Very good afternoon to all. Welcome to Tally CA Connect. So, today we are here to discuss the newest feature in TallyPrime, that is the invoice management system. As we discussed in the last session, that with the three new features in TallyPrime 6.1, that is, we covered the revised MSME Form 1, we covered the enhanced edit log, and IMS being the third and a slightly bigger topic. So, we chose to do it at today's session. So our expert for today is from internal team again, from product excellence team. Please welcome Shanmukha CG. Shanmukh sir, thank you so much for doing the session for us at our CA Connect forum. Shanmukh sir's sessions are widely popular at our CA Connect forum, as I should say. So today we'll be covering the IMS. If you wish to check for the previous sessions, please do check at our YouTube channel under Tally CA Connect forum. So that's all for today. Thank you, Shanmukh sir. Over to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Komal. Let me share my screen. Okay, good afternoon. Good afternoon to everyone. As Komal was mentioning, in TallyPrime release 6.1, we have brought in three major features. One is on MSME and other one is edit log. And the third most important thing, which is invoice management system under GST. Okay. In today's session, I'll just try to cover a little bit about the domain on the IMS to just for the benefit of everyone who is joining the call. And also, I will take you through the solution which we have built in release 6.1. Okay. In the product also, I will just take you through. Okay. So what is the actually current practice? I think I'll just switch off my video. Second, before I start. Okay, Komal, can you please confirm, is the PPT visible now?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Okay, for me, it is showing something else. Anyway, I'll just, yeah. So, what is the current practice? Actually, the auditors who are joining here and CA article clerks, some of the staff members who are actually working on the on this GST thing. So you definitely will be working with two different applications, right? The one is the Excel and the other one is the accounting software. So for example, if you take TallyPrime, you will be actually juggling between these two applications to uh, file your returns for the GST, correct? So this is the actual, I have just put across the what exactly the month journey with respect to GST compliance, the activity you do for the particular month. Okay, I'll just take, if you take uh, the 1st to 30th of the month, if you take month of July or June, the first to 30th of the month, the recording of the transaction will take place. So after that, between first to second, you collect the data from your clients and who are actually doing the data entry in their office. You will collect the data from them because you will be taking the responsibility of filing the return, and by 11th you will file their GSTR1. Correct. So once that 11th part is over, while once you complete the GSTR1 filing, the next is uh, actually finding out the right input tax credit that will help you to make the tax payment and file the GSTR 3B by 20th. Correct. So for that, the GSTR one filing will be done completed by all other different type of registered dealers. So from 13th, from 14th onward, GSTR2 will be getting reflected on the portal. So you actually start working, finding out the right input tax credit from the portal by downloading this GSTR2B from 14th onwards. So you have a window of 6 days, right? So from 14th to 20th, you will do reconciliation process and you will find the ITC and you will file GSTR 3B return and also make the payment. Correct. So this is the actual 1 month journey of your GST compliance.
Shanmukh sir, just to check, are you
Yeah.
showing on another slide? Because we are seeing only the first slide, the 1, 2, 3, 1.
Yeah. I think I'll just reshare once again. That's why I
Yes.
asked you.
Yeah, we can see the current practice slide.
Yeah. It is not moving, right? So some problem. Is it moving now?
Yeah, yeah, yes.
Okay. So this is the compliance journey for the GST, right? So now what actually changes? What the practice is going to change after the implementation of IMS? So IMS, so anyway, it is already available in the portal. Government has given an option, but it is not yet made mandatory. Correct. Now this is the I would say it is the learning phase. So during this learning phase, now you can actually learn and you can start implementing it, and you can also understand what are the uh, major challenges while working on this, and what are the new things you can learn, and what are the major benefits of it. So that will help you a lot. Okay. I think still I'm finding difficult, Komal. I think the screen is not moving.
So the PPT is moving. I'm able to see the domain page, you're in the current practice.
Okay, domain thing it's there, right? Okay, good.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Now let's quickly understand what is this? What is the domain invoice
So
management
it
system?
can be slightly zoomed because the screen, it's not in the presentation mode. So better to make it slightly. Presentation, हाँ, वही वाला. The, yes, near the -1 button.
No, correct. But it is not going.
Acha, somebody saying press F5.
Yeah, I'm doing that. No. Uh, I'll do one thing. I'll just some problem happened, I think.
Maybe open the
Now it's
entire,
now
yeah,
it's coming.
yes, yes.
Okay. Okay, I was just since this slide is missed out, I'll just taking this once again. This is the compliance journey I talked about. So let's now get into the IMS invoice management system. Let's understand a little bit about the domain and the introduction. So from 1st October 2024, new communication process was enabled. This is to facilitate the taxpayers, right? For basically to match the invoices which are uploaded by the supplier. And the main objective of this is to avail the right input tax credit by the seller. That was the main thing. So who can actually get this, use this IMS? All GST registered business, irrespective of their aggregate annual turnover, can use this invoice management system. Okay. And how? So recipient can actually when the I think if you many of you have already done GST or 2B recon, you know that, correct? The only new terminology is you need to understand here. So once you as a recipient, once you get these invoices, you will have an option. Okay, you will have an option to accept these invoices or reject the invoices, or you can keep these invoices as pending. Okay, which can for which you can actually avail the input tax credit. So these are the actionables you can actually do on the invoices, correct? And when the records will be shown to the recipient as soon as the supplier post, okay, in the portal. So now you know that uh, when this GSTR1 or the invoices will get updated in the portal. If me as a seller, if I am generating an e-invoice, you know that the invoice will get updated in the portal. That is one option. The second one is I can actually upload the GSTR1 invoices anytime, right? Multiple times in during the month. So that also actually it will be visible for you. And the quarterly return filer also, he will file the invoice furnishing facility he has got, where he will upload the invoices. So those invoices are also available. So with these all things, for me now the invoices will be available on the portal, okay, to download. So if there is no step, so currently since it is not mandatory, what happens? It is already available in the portal. What happens? So currently it is actually treated as deemed acceptance. Whatever action you do it or not, so it will be accepted as deemed accepted as of now. Okay. And I'll slightly now compare with IMS with 2B. Okay. So since the similar activities we have done at the time of 2B reconciliation. So what happens in 2B and what happens in IMS? So an invoice is wrongly uploaded by the supplier on my GSTN. So what you used to do in 2B actually you will do a manual reversal, right? But whereas now in IMS there is a button given. You can go and click as reject. So automatically it will get rejected. Credit note is wrongly uploaded by the supplier on my GSTN. So again here in this case you will actually go and do a reversal to ITC for the in the 3B, correct? But whereas now in IMS you have an option to can just click on the reject button. Invoice uploaded by the supplier, but goods are yet to be received. This is the practical scenario where many time it happens, right? So in that case, what you will do here, you will reverse and add the IC to input tax credit to the, you will actually defer it, right, for the ITC ledger. So now you have an option or you have a button, you can keep such invoices in pending by clicking on pending button. So these are some major actionables, and coming to the other things like, for example, as I already mentioned, the to be actionables, whatever you do, that will be between 14th to 20th. So you have a limited time to do all these things, right? Now it is real time. You can actually do anytime. So invoice management system is real time. So taxpayers registered under QRMP scheme, yes, here also the ITC availability is known only in the quarter. Correct. Now it is real time. This is the again the bigger advantage for the people who are dealing with QRMP dealers. Okay. Hope this slide is clear to you. You could actually differentiate, and also you can draw. You can actually find out. Okay, which are those benefits I am going to get with compared to 2B. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for your thing. So now, to just to visualize what happens, I think by this time you would have understood, but slightly I have put in a picture and I'm trying to show you here. Uh, as you know, as a supplier, uh, you will actually get the invoices, right? As a supplier, what you will do, you will generate the invoice and you will upload those invoices in the GSTR1. If you are a QRMP dealer, you will upload in the by using IFF. And if you are generating e-invoice, yes, e-invoice will automatically get updated in your GSTR1. So now the GSTR1 IFF, which are now visible on the portal. Now for you as a buyer, what is going to happen? These invoices will be available in the Invoice Management System, IMS, okay, where you can do different actions. So now we have to start using this new jargon called action, okay. The action is a one. So there are 4 actions are available. So under whatever invoices you got, you can actually accept it, reject, and you can actually not doing anything. You can just say no action taken, or you can also act on and mark it as pending. Either of these, any 4 cases, what will happen? If it is accepted and if it is rejected, or if you are not taken any action, in that case, these things will actually, what happens? It will reflect in still to be. If it is accepted, straight away it will come to 2B. But if it is rejected, it will be excluded in 2B. If there is no action, if you are not taking any action on those invoices, it is considered as deemed accepted. Okay, that will reflect in your 2B. Okay, and once it reflects in TB based on the action, you will actually recompute your tax, and you will get to know what is your input tax credit, and you will file your GSTR 3B. So what happens if you are making it as pending? So if it is pending, I have given some scenario, right? When the goods received, a bill received, goods not received. So in such scenario, you can actually keep those invoices pending. So those pendings will be carried forward to the next month. Okay. So this is how actually the workflow works for the IMS. So this is very important to understand how actually the workflow takes place, because once I actually start showing demo in the product, you may miss out if you don't understand this flow properly. And the flow what I am going to show there, you can miss out. That's why. Because this is a very simple flow and you people are already doing it. Instead of IMS, we are doing it in 2B. Okay. Yes. Now let's move on to the product walkthrough. So now how actually we have addressed it. and how it is working in Tally. What all those things which are going to help. I will quickly take you through the product. Yes. Can anyone please confirm? Is Tally visible?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Yes. So now, for IMS, we have given an IMS report. You can just click on go to, and you can type IMS inward supplier report under GST report. You can see here now for IMS, my IMS report is blank, correct? Because I have not done anything, right? That's why it is blank. So now what I will do? I need to actually get the invoices from the portal to Tally, right? To do IMS. So for that, you can go to exchange button here under all GST options. Now here we have given an option called download IMS inward invoices. Okay. I will just click on this, and this download will be on API method. Now, whatever I am going to show now, it is a connected environment. Currently, this IMS download, upload, it happens only in the API method. There is no JSON or Excel format provided yet by the department. So currently, it is only API method. So now what I am doing, since I have already given my login credential here in the company, and you all know that how to file GSTR1 and all, where to configure all those things. You know that you have already filed GSTR1 directly from Tally. In the similar fashion now, I am downloading it. So when I click on the download button, uh, if you are having multiple GST registration, it will show the multiple GST registration. You can choose a particular GSTN, or you can choose multiple GSTN to download the IMS inward invoices. So now there is one GSTN number which is selected. I will click on download button. So since I'm already given my login ID and password, it will actually send the OTP to my registered mobile number. When I click on this, you can see enter the OTP received on your registered mobile number and the email address. It will come to email address also. Okay, the username is so and so, and it will give the GST number. So I will enter the uh, OTP. Once the OTP is entered, so the IMS is downloaded. You can see here download is successful for the Karnataka registration. That is Karnataka registration means I have Karnataka registration number. So online GST activity tracker which is available here. You can see successfully it is downloaded. So it is a very happy scenario. Sometimes when you click on download, you may not the activity may not get complete. Correct. In that case, it will show as pending. Correct. If any such activities which are pending or which are not completed, as you know, from 5.0 onwards, we actually came out with bell icon, right? Here, bell icon. On the bell icon, you will get a red button. So if you click on this bell icon and red button, it will show here, it will be showing as pending. And once you click on that, you can complete the process. So that means uh, if I think you know, when sometimes when you are doing any server related activities, uploading, downloading, sometimes it says the process is not completed. So if the process is not completed, you need not worry. It will be prompted here, and with a red dot, it will be showing a notification. By clicking on notification, you can complete the process. So now at present, currently it is for me, it is successfully downloaded. So my GST invoices now downloaded to my IMS. So now what I will do, again, I will click on go to, I will go to IMS Invoice Management System report. And here you can see now the data what I have downloaded, which has come, correct? You can see the blue is the external data, and the data has now come to my portal, correct? So when you actually download the whatever invoices which are there in the portal, it has downloaded. So once it is downloaded, now here the in this place, this is the actually you should say working area for you. In this working area, you will do the working. So what working you will do? you will now do the actions. Correct? So I have showed some four actions. The one is accept, reject, and keep it pending. Correct? So those actions you can do it from here. Now, to understand better what about this particular report, how it shows, you can see there are total vouchers. There are 77 vouchers are there. These 77 vouchers are bifurcated like this. The invoices filed by supplier, invoices yet to be filed by supplier. So you will see this bifurcation also. Correct? And here if you see the invoices filed by the supplier, you will now go and do the actions, right? So to do the action, you will go to the action required button, and action already taken. It's also showing that, right? Action taken, but ready for the upload. So these things are actually, I've already done the action, but these transactions are ready for the upload. Action taken and also uploaded. So you can actually take the action and you can keep uploading it. Multiple times you can actually keep uploading these transactions, correct? So these three things it will show. So now when it comes to this report, you can also view this report in a different view also. Okay. So whatever you are seeing now, it is the default IMS view. Okay. Now right side, we have also given some other two options. What are those things? One is the action view. So if you click on action view, it will show the number of transactions based on the actions. For example, invoices filed by the supplier. What is the action required? How many transactions are there? Accepted, how many are there? Rejected, how many are there? Pending, how many are there? And invoices yet to be filed, the similar actions will also be shown. This is the second view. The first one is the IMS view. Second one is the action view. And we also have another view that's called recon view. Okay. The recon view will also help you. For example, whenever you download the data from the portal to Tally, okay, there uh, there might be some transaction which are not matched, correct? For the different reason. You know that we have seen while actually you are doing to be reconciliation. So here, what is the meaning of this? Out of this 46 transactions, 31 transactions are actually reconciled, matched. Now you can actually start taking action on this. These are actually accepted also. Okay, the second thing is mismatched. If there is any mismatch transactions are there, then you need to go and actually take action on the mismatch transaction. And available on only on portal. So the available only on portal, it says the transactions, the invoices are uploaded by the supplier, but not entered in your book of accounts. So these are the reconcile view. So by default, if you go to this report, it will be in IMS view, and you can also open this report under GST reports, invoice management system. So by default, it shows IMS view, and you can change the view to recon and action view. Okay, good. So I was telling you in the flow, there are three steps are there. In the first step, I will download. In the second step, I will do action. So now what are the actions can be taken? So now let's go to this transaction action required. So when I click on this, these 15 transactions, action required are there, correct? So here, if this transaction it is matching, you can say you can just click and you can set the action here, correct? So this action setting can be done for a single transaction or for the multiple transaction also. I'll say set action, and if you go to the action, you can say you have all four actions: accepted, pending, rejected, no action. You can also select multiple, set action, accepted. For this transaction, let's say I want to keep it pending. I am keeping it pending. Let's say for this, I want to reject it. I'll click and reject. Set action. I am doing, I'll just marking it as no action. It will be still under no action only. So when actually you download it and you can go to a particular thing where action required transaction. Out of this now, let me now also complete this. Let us assume all these things are accepted. I'll say accepted. Now you can see under the total IMS view, the action required is moved to action taken and ready to upload. The 46 transactions which are actually accepted and are now ready to, you can see here in the bucket. So two are rejected, one is kept for pending, and remaining are accepted by you and they are ready to upload. And when you come to this report, you can also have the other filters like, okay, for example, I'll show you available only in book. If you click on available only in book, you can see the available only in book transactions are there, correct? And you can also see the under basis of value. So method of showing values from the portal, right? So you can just click here and you can say uh, comparison of books and portal value, difference in book and portal value, that you can also filter, and show report details based on filing status. So what status you want? All status or invoice filed by the supplier only, or invoice yet to be filed by the supplier. Similarly, show reports detail based on the action status. What action you would like to see? I want to see only accepted. So you can see here when you click, it will show those transactions which are only accepted. So under basis of value, you can go and change your filter. And we also have an option where when you click on change view, sorry. Okay, under change view, you can actually have a look at views, reconciliation view, action view is there, and some other related reports are also available. I will just come to that. Okay. And when it comes to the available only yet to be filled by the this thing, right? So supplier action required, and here also you can see. But in suppose let's say when you download, for example, these transactions which are downloaded and it is saying it is actually available only in the portal, but for some reason it is not matching with your book transaction, right? So uh, now we have an option called potential matches. When you click on this potential match, so this potential match will actually match with the transaction which are available in your book, and it will show which are those transactions which are actually matching due to some document, or document number is missing, or due to the date. Okay, those things if are not matching, you can use this potential matches option, right? So copy, you can also copy the document number and date. That option is also given. Okay. So I will go to this report once again. This is the report is very important. And here only you are spending time. This is the actionable screen where you actually go and spend time uh, to do various action on the invoice management system, the reports. Okay.
Shanmukh, so there is two query that they are not able to add the GST login details and that they are not able to see the IMS option in the Tally Prime 6.1. Can we also address that?
Yeah, I will show that. Okay. The first thing is to use this feature, you should be using the latest version. Okay. I think if IMS, if you're using 6.1, yes, you can find the IMS thing. And if you go to company F11 feature, and the first option when you click enter here, and here you can see connected GST detail. So under connected GST detail, you have to give the username and mode of filing. We have EVC and DSC method. And for that, to use the OTP, use EVC method. Okay. And once this is configured here, or even if it is not configured also, when you actually click on exchange, and if you when you click on download inward IMS, then when you click on download button here only, it will actually ask you the login credential. Okay. If you are not getting that login credential screen here, are you getting or not getting? You should get login credential button here. The first thing is you can try in F11, go on configure, and you can.
Mhm.
What is the other question? Komal, what is the other question?
Yeah, sorry, I was on mute.
Yeah.
Unable to add GST, it says not enabled the API access. How to do that? API
Okay.
access, do they ask for?
So in the portal, there is an option to enable API access. So I think if you are generating e-way bill and e-invoice, if you have a login, then API access should have been already by default enabled. Okay, but anyway, I will just share the flow for it. There is an option. What is the option to enable the API? If you are generating already e-way bill e-invoice, API would have been already enabled there. It's okay. Okay, since I have paused here, I can take few more questions.
Okay. There's another question. Is this compulsory? I think we have already addressed that. And I am getting invoices related to Feb and March in invoices yet to be filed. Is it showing correctly?
Okay, if the question is when I download IMS, why it is downloading the old transaction also? If that is the question, when you actually download the invoices using this IMS system, it will actually download everything. Okay, it will download everything. There is no concept of period for the IMS. So whatever invoices which are available in the portal, it will get downloaded. So that is
Okay.
the reason you are getting February also transaction also.
Yeah. Can we compare IMS data to Tally data?
That is what actually I was showing. So the IMS data, when you actually, I'll just repeat once again, if you have missed out the flow. So I have the data in Tally already, and I am actually going to all GST report and I'm downloading the IMS inward. Correct? When I download it, what it is doing, it is actually matching the data with my Tally data. Correct? So when I go to IMS report here, if some of the transaction which are coming here, for example, now though it is 46 transaction which have already acted upon, right? The action taken by ready for upload which will come is those transactions are matched, correct? The other transaction, whatever action required which is coming, actually I'm matching. For example, if you see here on the screen, you can see the transaction, right? B2B invoices. B2B invoices, you can see two colors. The one is the blue color, other one is your black color. The black color data is there in your tally. Blue is the data which is coming from the portal. So this is where actually you are matching. So you are actually matching the data with tally data only.
Okay. Yeah. Is there any option in Tally to create purchase voucher based on imported IMS or 2B entries?
It's a very good question. Yes. So actually, many people are asking this question now. Uh, since we are downloading now, there should be an option to create the voucher also because in our previous release, we had also given, right? You can download the bank statement and create the vouchers. So now we are giving food for thought, right? So saying, sir, I'm downloading 2B, why don't you give me purchase voucher creation? It's a very valid question, but there are some technical challenges are also there because when you download 2B, 2B will not have the complete information to create the voucher, correct? But yes, it is not that we are not working on it. We are working on it and we are trying to find a solution, okay? Like when you download 2B, how actually you can create the purchase vouchers from 2B. You can expect this feature in upcoming releases.
Yeah. There is another. Please, can you clear IMS reporting? Second one, that the supplier is yet to file. What does this indicate? Please explain the mismatch case.
Correct. So, what happens is there are two reasons. The invoice is said to be filed by the supplier. Here, the entry would have been done in your book of accounts, but still which is not matching because of some what is that? Uh, some mismatches, right? So what are those mismatches? Maybe because of the document number, because of the document date, or because of the amount mismatch. Okay. So like we have done in 2B recon, right? So these transactions will be available, though this transaction may be available in your book. Since it is not matching, it is showing available only on portal. Correct. It is not that all transactions are available only in portal. Correct. So now there are two things. One is some transaction which are only available on portal, which is not there in your book. Yes, you have to create those vouchers. And some vouchers which are there in your book and also there in the portal, but still it is showing available only on portal. That is because of the mismatch. So to actually uh, work on those kind of transactions, we have given this key called potential matches. When you click on potential matches, what it does is it actually matches those transactions, and it will say because of these invoices are yet to be filed. Okay, that's what it will coming. So you need to go on. If it is matching, it will match and show, and you can click on reconcile, and it will come back to the uh, IMS report, action taken report, and the transaction which are not entered in your book, you need to create those transactions. So this option though it is given. Okay, hope that is clear. Yeah. So anyway, I will take the question once again. No problem. You can keep posting your questions. One more thing is, whenever you actually download the IMS to Tally from the portal, okay. So what happens is actually it will bifurcate. It will put those transactions in a different bucket here, right? So action required, action which are already action taken and uploaded, these three things. So let's assume that you have got some 300, 400 transactions for a month. Okay. And should I go and actually click every transaction and say action accepted, accepted, accepted? If everything is matching, why Tally is not actually saying these are matching and mark this transaction as accepted? Yes, we have given a configuration for that. You can actually go to company, under company F11 feature if you go. So here we have given under F12, if you enable this option, you can see here, mark reconciled voucher as accepted in IMS. So if this matching is done, and you can actually, what Tally does is it will reconcile this voucher and this will be marked as accepted in IMS. The transaction which are matched will be marked as accepted. So what is the advantage of it? Advantage of it is, if the data entry is done properly by the user, and as we know by practice, no, this 2B recon and all we are doing for so many months, we know that 60-70% of our transaction uh, genuinely it matches. Okay, automatically it matches with this thing. So in such scenario, you can actually use this feature. This will save a lot of time. If everything is matching, then it will mark those transactions as reconciled, and those things will be moved to this particular bucket. That means the action is marked by default as accepted. I will show this feature once again. It is available here in the GST, enable GST option. And here if you come and press F12, under F12 you can see here the last option which is given, mark reconciled vouchers as accepted in IMS. Okay. When you enable this option, reconcile configuration. It says mark reconcile. You can make it. So I don't want to do it. That is again. So we are actually by default we are making it as no. Okay. So user, if they want to use this feature, then he has to go and make this option as yes. Otherwise, by default it will be no only. So what I will do is I will try to download the IMS once again. Let's see. So I have downloaded the IMS again. I am going to Invoice Management System. You can see here the action required now it's 31. Action taken ready to upload is 15. Correct. So now if I go and actually enable that feature in the F11, the whatever is mass transaction, those transactions will move to action taken and ready to upload option. Okay, now once this is done, so what is the next step? So before going to the next step, okay, I'll just uh, accept few more transactions here. Set action as accepted. Since I have downloaded once again, I'm doing it. Don't confuse uh, because I have downloaded the transaction once again. I'm just giving some different actions. I'm just accept. I'll keep this as 1. Okay. So now when you actually go to this report, IMS report. So before, so once that, let's assume that now you have done all these things, right? So once you have done all these things and you want to know what is the input tax credit summary. So you can actually see that summary here by clicking ITC summary. So when you click on input tax summary here, so for the period, it will show what is the available ITC, pending ITC and rejected ITC. It will also show what is IGST, CGST and cess and all the details it will be shown here. Okay, so this will, so once you complete your action, different actions on the IMS, uh, before uploading, you can have a look at here, the ITC summary and other things. Okay. Okay, now what is the next step? The next step is now, since I have completed all the actions on the IMS report, the next option is now I have to upload this to the portal, correct? So I will go to the exchange button again here and we go to the all GST feature option. The upload IMS inward option will come, correct? So I'll just go here and whatever the ready to upload transactions which are there, okay, it will be shown here to send. And also it will show the other things like 32 transactions are accepted, which I'm going to now send it, and others 6 are pending, 7 are rejected, correct? So now from here, you can click on send online. Do you want to IMS status will be updated in the portal? Now what happens once you actually do these actionables and now once you upload this status will get update in the portal, correct? So now what it is saying, upload is successful for this particular registration number. So download IMS inward after successful upload of the IMS inward. So now upload is done. So now recompute GST or 2B if all IMS inwards are completed. So in case activities are incomplete, so you can visit the GST activity tracker and check the status there. Okay. So online GST activity tracker, it will show you what are those things are pending. Now it is successfully updated. So I can now recompute the GSTR, sorry, ITC. I will So now when you go to the, I was just showing you about upload, upload IMS inward. So when you come, since I have already uploaded, it is showing 0 here. Now you can also see include uploaded. So if you click on include uploaded, it will show. You can upload. Suppose after the upload you have done again, took some, made some changes to the uh, different action status. Again, you can upload. Correct? Now, here while uploading also, you can have a look at the summary. It will show the summary here. What is the ITC available? This is one thing. And while uploading, you can also have various options like include transaction based on the action status. Do you want to send all status or I want to send only accepted status? So you can also do that, right? As a user, what I will do is I have downloaded today and whatever is matching, I'm just accepting and marking those as accepted and I will send only accepted. Rest of the things I will keep it pending. I will continue the activity later and I will upload it. So that is the one option, or you can say all status means everything will go. Include already uploaded invoices. If you say this option is, it will show the uploaded transaction also. Include invoices where upload in progress. So this is also another thing where when you actually doing this upload through, because it's an API method, sometimes it may also be under in progress, it will be showing. So you can include those transactions. So include invoices rejected by the GST portal. So all these configurations which are available. So using this, you can actually filter those transactions before sending it to the portal. And under change view, you can also see the change ITC summary that anyway we have given the report and you can send online. So IMS action status will be updated in GST portal. Do you want to continue? When you say yes, so it will upload and here you can see the recompute GSTR2B. So the one is you can click on the recompute GSTR2B. So when you click on recompute, it will show for the return period, right? So now for me the return period for the May month and you can also change it, right? You can actually change the return period for the different month also. So now for the return period for the month of May, I want to recompute. When you click on recompute, so it recomputes the GSTR2. Okay. And GSTB2B recompute is successful for this particular region. Download the GSTR2B report after recompute is successful. In case activities are incomplete, you can go to the again tracker. Tracker, it will show again incomplete. From there, you can complete it. Okay. So I'll repeat once again. The flow is clear. I will download the IMS from IMS invoices. Then once the data is downloaded, I will go to the IMS report under statutory reports. And where I have user-friendly options, I will select these particular transactions and I will set the action, where action to be taken. So the different actions which are available, accept, reject, pending, reject, no action option will be there. I will go and set the action for those transactions. When the action is taken, so I will go to exchange and I will upload it. So once I upload my invoices, it will actually go and upload in the portal. Okay. The very simple steps. The another thing which is showing here, what is this? Reset IMS inward action. So I have actually downloaded and I have also taken some action. Okay, but in between I stopped and somehow no, it was not very clear. So I just stopped it. So next day I'll come, but I want to start fresh. Okay. In that case, you can actually reset the IMS inward. If you click on this reset IMS inward status, what happens is it will reset all the action which you have taken. Okay, you can see here, it is successfully reset the thing. And when you go to the IMS report, so whatever action you have taken would have been reset. Okay, again, you can work on those things and you can upload. Okay, refresh the ST status. So it is given if it is there in the in progress. So I don't have any in progress, so I can refresh it. Okay, this is the flow of okay. I'm just coming back to PPT. I believe this PPT is visible, right? So we have seen in the product walkthrough how to download IMS invoices and how to take the action and how to upload. So these are the things we have seen. And in an invoice management system, what are the things are available and unavailable? So the amended B2B invoices, amended credit notes, amended debit notes, which are available. A few things which are not unavailable. Okay, that is RCM will flow directly to 2B. Okay, and return filed by non-resident tax person and returns filed by input ISDs. Import of goods will flow directly to 2B. ITC is ineligible due to place of supply rules. ITC not claimed within 30th November followed by the financial year of the following financial year, sorry. And B2C business to consumer invoices and nil rated or exempted other things. This will not be available under IMS. Okay, this is the portal view actually. If you look at, uh, I think most of you would have already seen this because this is visible in your portal from April onwards. This is how actually in the portal it shows. Correct? When you go to the portal, the invoices which are shown in this format where user will have option to accept, reject, pending, and uh, keep it pending. And this column it will show the status. What is the action you have taken? If it is accepted, it will be shown it as accepted, accepted, accepted. If it is rejected, it will be shown as rejected. If it is kept or pending, it will show as pending. And you can there is also a dashboard report where it will show the various under various headings B2B invoices. How many B2B invoices are marked as no action, accepted, rejected, pending. Similarly, for B2B invoices, amendments, credit note, debit note. So all those things. This is a dashboard view which is there in the portal. Okay. So what are the benefits? Benefits for the people are actually who are using IMS. Uh, the first thing is actually it will streamline the input tax credit management. So now you can proactively manage our input tax credit because now you have an option to accept, reject, and keep it for pending in case of any different reasons. Okay, and the another benefit is it will reduce the reconciliation effort. So now you need not spend too much of time on the reconciliation. It will minimize your efforts which are taken to actually compute the input tax credit uh, with the reconciliation process. And simplified return filing, correct? Seamless integration with the STR 2B and 3B. It automates the data flow, correct? So you can make monthly and annual returns preparation more efficiently and improved cash flow because you know the visibility of your ITC. So you can actually plan your ITC utilization for your business so that it will help you for the cash flow management. So it is enhanced compliance, right? So the compliance is getting enhanced as long as uh, compliance is enhanced, you will have a disciplined bookkeeping and also you will be more compliant in your business. And for you, uh, professionals, chartered accountants, auditors, uh, yes, it is enhanced. ITC accuracy will be enhanced and simplified reconciliation. Reconciliation is simplified. Okay. Efficient management of these invoices, right? And minimized discrepancies. The errors will be minimized and it will actually help you for the annual return, correct? So the easier annual return because now the everything is now accurate in your data. through IMS, you are actually doing all these things. Filing your GSTR 9 will be much simpler now. Okay. So before I get into question answer, I have put some the commonly asked questions. Okay, frequently asked questions. I'll just read out those questions and the answer for that. So, how many times can the action be modified for an invoice or record uploaded by the supplier? Okay, you can actually modify the action accept, reject, pending multiple times before filing GSTR 3B. Okay, the latest action will be actually prevailing, right? So what will happen to the accepted and rejected records after filing GSTR 3B? Accepted, deemed accepted, and rejected records for that specific GSTR 2B period will be removed from IMS once the GSTR 3B is filed. So only pending records and the future pending period invoices will be remain in the system. Otherwise, all will get removed. Okay. So what happens if I take action on document? It's saved status. Okay. But the supplier modifies or deletes it before filing their GSTR1. If the supplier modifies it, in your subsequent IMS download action is reset and the modified documents will be available for fresh action. Okay. If deleted, it removes from the IMS. So in case of invoices correctly uploaded by the supplier, but do not want to take input tax credit. Okay. For some various reason. Yeah. The next is what can a supplier do if a recipient rejects or uh, record before or after filing the GSTR1. So before the supplier files GSTR1, supplier can simply amend and resubmit the invoice. After the supplier files GSTR1, the supplier can correct the invoice in their next GSTR1 filing or issues the credit note. So how many times can I recompute the GSTR2B? And is there any scenario GSTR2B will not be generated? So you can recompute GSTR2B multiple times before filing 3B. However, if you have not filed your previous GSTR 3B and 2B will not be generated. Okay. I will also share some other content. 1 second, give me a time. So the lot of the contents and documents which are also available in the uh, portal in the public domain, it is available. You can actually access those things. You can understand more about IMS. Sorry, 1 second. Notification, SME return, yes. Device format. Good. Yeah, before I just open the, I'll just search for the document. Meanwhile, Komal, please, if you can help me, if any questions are there, I will take.
So there are actually quite many questions. Can you open the Q&A?
Yeah, 1 second then. Yeah,
Yeah. There
I'll do
are
it.
open 44 questions. So instead of me reading out, if you have
Yeah.
covered
I
that
will.
already during the demo, you can skip those.
Yeah, okay. Okay, somebody asked, can you repeat? I have shown that. Uh, if I have already shown debit note in May month, but now my vendor is showing credit note in June month, what are the steps required to be done in June month? In June month, yes, you can actually when you download that data will be available there. You can accordingly you take the action on it. In this month, exercise when you filing 3B, okay. Uh, we compare, okay. 1 second.
So that was during you had shown the comparison. So we
Yeah.
can, yeah.
How back data can be enabled? Okay, sorry, 1 second. It is just refreshing here and there. How back data can be downloaded? I think I have answered this question also. When it comes to IMS download, uh, it always downloads everything which is pending. Okay, but there is no back date. There is no date concept for the IMS download. Can we account entry? Can you account entry in Tally from IMS imported invoices? This I have answered. If we are working on this, we will definitely help you in upcoming some futures. No, will help you. If you download the IMS data again from the portal, what happens to the data already action taken but not uploaded? So when you actually downloaded this, whatever action taken, it will refresh accordingly. So you have to uh, once you actually done some action, you can upload to the portal if you are done with those actions. So those actions which are uploaded when you download, no, again whatever action you have taken in Tally, it would have been uploaded, and when you download, those things will come from the portal. So how to add the GST login details? Not able to set that download option in Tally. Sir, please reach out to us. We will help you. Yeah, in Tally, Deepak is answered for it. Yeah, in F11, the option is available. Still, if you are not able to configure it, please reach out to your respective partner, or you can share your contact details. We will help you. After the IMS reconciliation, we must upload JSON file to the portal. Yes, you have to upload. When comparing the data with Tally, when comparing the data with Tally data, what is the basis of comparison? It is invoice number, because of sometimes there is a different. It is amount, party number, and invoice number, both, all three. Correct. So if the invoice number is not matching, it will say not matched. Still, we have an option to match it. So what is the difference between invoice filed by the supplier and yet to be? I think I have shown this. What happened if the pattern of the invoice now we posted in Tally not matching? This also I have shown that if the pattern, if a special character is used, or pattern is not used, there is an option. There is an option to remove those things in the configuration. If you go to F11, we have some option to ignore those things, and you can ignore, and still it will help you to match. Is there any option in Tally to create purchase voucher based on the imported 2B? I have answered this. In GSTR 2B, there is some technical challenges because GST rate wise calculation not available in the new GSTR 2B. Yes, we will look into it. Will the bill imported through IMF will be shown in GSTR 3B as well? In the bill imported through IMF, it's IMS, I think IMS. Download. Okay, this question is not very clear. I'll just rethink and I'll come back to you. Can IMS recon be done for where it is gone? Can IMS recon be done for the entries passed through journal voucher? Yes, you can do it. Can you clear IMS reporting? Second one that applied this have cleared. If we are having more than one branch in different cities using separate Tally license with a single GST number, in case how IMS works, it is not only this challenge is not only for the IMS. This challenge is for any GST related activities you do. In such case, the only option for you is you have to merge the data. To merge the data, there are two, three options. One is you can do synchronization. or you can import, export the data. Okay, you can export from there and import in your head office Tally. Can we get report which is matching with respect to the invoice number? Yes, you can get, but on in what context you were asking this question, we didn't understand this. Can we show how to upload the IMS data? I have shown this. You can just go to exchange button. From exchange button, all GST option, upload IMS. If anyone rejected invoice, can we get these details? Reconciliation through invoices. Anyone rejected? Mm, no. Still, I'll just respond to this question separately. Action taken in Tally IMS report also affecting on portal in the same time. Yes. Can purchase entries uh, be imported? Is again a repeated question. Um, Once the transaction is marked as accepted, rejected, can we change them later? If there is a correction before filing GSTR 3, we can do it. Yeah. How to deal with the invoices applicable to us, but ITC amount is ineligible under section 17(5)(h). I will again come back to this answer. Okay, whether rejecting any credit through IMS or Tally will it be shown on summary, or does Tally provides any report on the invoice which credit being reversed through IMS after rejecting through IMS on portal? I was unable to find the invoices which. Okay, sir, will come back to you on this. Please share your contact details. We will have a detailed discussion, and we want to understand this issue also. Okay, can we change the actionable before uploading? Yes, this is answered. How to take appropriate ITC where exempted outward suppliers are involved. Exempted outward suppliers. I am not sure about this question. Is it? Oh, no, this is not working in 5.0. This works only in release 6.1. Once uploaded, that's possible. How Tally provides Excel. How Tally provides Excel for only those invoices for those rejected. Okay, we can. Yeah, this also we'll just think. Please share the PPT. Yes, sir. We will share it. In case of IMS reconciliation, if supplier has done, it is the compulsory. Yeah, I think more or less some of the similar questions are there. But yes, if any questions are unanswered, don't worry, we will go through all the questions once again and we will try to answer those questions.
Okay, so you've gone through the entire list towards the end as well. Are
Yes.
they? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So few people asking about the CA community link I have shared on the chat. Some of them asking for the recording. Will I have shared the link of the playlist once more? I will send where you can access the recording. We will upload it in a day or two. Just 1 second. Yeah. If you're already part of CA community on WhatsApp, you can just ask for the recording and we will share. Also, one last request, you have seen quite a few requests on Apex nominations. So tomorrow is the last date. If you have any person you would want to nominate yourself or a fellow colleague CA who would get a deserving limelight, please do nominate them. Tomorrow is the last date. Okay, sure. Thank you, Miss Pooja. We will definitely arrange a session. And okay, so in the Q&A, we have seen it all, right? I'll just quickly glance through.
Yeah, I'll just check it if anything other questions are there.
Okay, and
We'll
meanwhile, I'll just
deal with.
share the link as well for the.
Please confirm an important term. Okay, DSTR1. How to put previous month ITC credit in Tally? How to put previous month in tax credit? You can pass a transaction here, and there is an effective date option is there. By using effective date, you can set the effective date for that particular transaction. If there are ineligible ITC invoices in IMS, then what should you do? You can reject it. What if you don't consider IMS in GST return? What will be the impact? If you don't consider them, there will be an, I think I have explained that it will be deemed acceptance. Please explain about outward IMS. Screen is invisible. Okay. Can we import? Yeah. Give me what happens. Is there any future in Tally to download HSN wise purchase summary from the portal? HSN wise purchase summary from the portal. See, when you download 2B, uh, that 2B actually you can sort it HSN wise. I don't know what is the need of this report, but anyway, we will check this. I will check and respond to this question. Give me a minute. So list. Okay, I think that's all from my side. Komal, over to you.
Okay, sir, we've answered almost all and some of the queries which you said. So I'll share the Q&A report as well. We can connect to them. We have already answered like 40 plus questions and more or less same. So okay, so I'm sure as this new feature is new and you're just seeing it for the first time, some of you. So please try and start using it. You have help.tally solutions as well. We have, and at our CA Connect, we'll be keep on doing sessions on 6.1 so that it becomes easier for you. And the recording will be readily available at our community. And one last thing, so in the CA community tomorrow, we have an expert hour as well, where you can put these queries again and they will be answering the questions. So thank you so much, Shanmukh sir. This was a very useful session. And as I could see, the amount of questions only shows the interest from the audience on how to use. And so questions which are unanswered, please, if you're already part of CA community, you can put those in tomorrow's expert hour and we will make sure that the queries get answered. And you can always write to support at tallysolutions.com, which is always available to answer all the queries. And
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, there are some questions not sorry for that actually. Definitely we will take those questions and we will answer you, sir. Don't worry about it. We will answer those things.
Okay, sir. I'll share the Q&A report with you and we can do that. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I'll now end the session. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you all.